Good afternoon from Los Angeles, California. I'm Dr. Ryan Ava.
Response from the former President Trump's lawyer to the most aggressive move yet by the January 6th Select Committee. CNN political correspondent Sarah Murray is joining us with details. Sarah, so what is the Trump team saying about this new subpoena from the Select Committee delivered to Trump today?
Well, it's now up to his legal team to grapple with how they want to respond. And in a statement from one of these law firms, they slammed the Select Committee for making the full subpoena public, but said they will respond as appropriate to this unprecedented action.
We are obligated to seek answers directly from the man who set this all in motion.
That man, Donald Trump, now issued a formal subpoena from the House Select Committee investigating the deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol. Looking
both for his testimony under oath as well as for documents.
The committee writing, in short, you are at the center of the first and only effort by any U.S. president to overturn an election and obstruct the peaceful transition of power. The evidence demonstrates that you knew this activity was illegal and unconstitutional, and also knew that your assertions of fraud were false. And laying out Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election, including pressuring Justice Department officials, touting false allegations of voter fraud, and firing off this tweet attacking Mike Pence during the riot, which the committee says incited further violence by publicly condemning your vice president. The committee calling for Trump to hand over documents by November 4th and appear for testimony November 14th. They're calling for a broad range of records, including calls made by Trump or at his direction on January 6th, calls to members of Congress, documents related to the Proud Boys or Oath Keepers, communications about blocking the certification of the election, and anything on destroying materials or contacting witnesses. But it's unclear if Trump will comply.
They really want to damage me so I can no longer go back to work for you. And I don't think that's going to happen.
The former president tapping two lawyers to take the lead on responding to the subpoena and risking possible contempt of Congress if he ignores it.
U.S. law is if you are subpoenaed by Congress, you're expected to come in and speak to us.
Meanwhile, Trump and the Justice Department still battling over documents seized from Mar-a-Lago.
They should give me immediately back everything that they've taken from me because it's mine.
But the Washington Post now reporting among those documents seized include some of the most sensitive information the U.S. has on two of the biggest threats on the global stage, Iran and China. According to the Post, at least one of the documents describes Iran's missile program. And others detail highly sensitive intelligence work aimed at Beijing. Trump arguing whatever the FBI seized from his Florida estate belongs to him. According to court filings, among the documents Trump kept from his presidency are 6 clemency requests and a couple of papers related to immigration and border controls. Prosecutors say those are federal records that belong to the government, offering a glimpse at how Trump lawyers and DOJ are locking horns as they sift through thousands of documents.
Mine. They took it from me in the raid. They broke into my house.
Now, we also got to look today at what happens when you decide to just snub a subpoena from the January 6th committee. Trump ally Steve Bannon today was sentenced for refusing to comply with a subpoena for documents and testimony from that committee. The judge sentenced him to 4 months behind bars and a $6,500 fine, but he agreed to put that sentence on pause while Steve Bannon appeals his conviction. So for now, Bannon remains a free man. I want to update you on one other Trump investigation. You know, we told you yesterday that South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham lost an appeal. He was trying to block a subpoena for him to appear before a special grand jury in Georgia investigating efforts by Donald Trump and his allies to overturn the 2020 election. Well, tonight, Lindsey Graham is still fighting that subpoena. He has now appealed to the Supreme Court, put in an emergency request asking them to block the subpoena. So now we wait for the Supreme Court.
We will wait and see what they decide. Thanks very much, Sarah. Stay with
For my work, please click the subscribe, the like button, and the notification bell so you wouldn't miss any of my new videos.